So today we have a bit of a mixed bag. Uh, I've got a few games that I had in another repair lot that I didn't get around to. One or two of these have already been repaired, but still need, well, one of them needs a new battery. Uh, this was from the other lot. This is a new one. This one has been repaired already. This is the Contra game that we repaired. As you see here, I've got some labels that I ordered off of a seller from eBay. We're going to check those out today, these replacement labels, and see how well they look. Got a couple of advanced games and that Pokemon game that was from the other lot as well. So let's see if we can get to a few of these, get them repaired, and we'll check out those new labels and get some new batteries in these guys and go from there. So let's get into it. Let's start with the Pokemon trading card game. Let's give it a test real quick. And we just get a white screen. Let's open it up. All right, let's start by checking the voltage in the battery. Okay, 3.2 volts. I think it's still holding. So if we can get it working, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. I'm not seeing any liquid damage. Well, spoke too soon. Looks like we got some gunk here, a little something there. Look at the back. A little bit of gunk here. Let's give it a quick clean, and then we'll see what's underneath all this. Okay, let's check some of the chip legs. Oh, wow. Okay. Definitely have a loose leg. Very loose. Okay. Finding that, I think what I'll do is just reflow these chips real quick. Let's give it a test. See if we fixed it. Eight. So this is one of them that I have a replacement label for. So let me clean off the old label and let's see if we can put the new label on. That looks really good. I'm very happy with that. For a replacement label, yeah. If you guys need some replacement labels, I think they run about $4 or $5 a piece. But and he's got all different kinds. I was able to find one for the Contra game that we did the other week. The Super C, it looks pretty good too. As a matter of fact, now that we're done with this one, I found us a case for Super C. Somebody mentioned in the comments on that video when I was repairing this guy, I had mentioned maybe finding one of the knockoffs from AliExpress to see if I could use it as like a replacement housing. But he mentioned that the replacement housings, the original boards won't fit into them. So that was good to know. I found a donor for the original. I've got it cleaned up as best I can. And we're gonna put the replacement label on for Operation C. Man, that looks good. Now I know it's not original, but when I first got this game, it was nothing more than a motherboard. Check it out now. Yeah. I really like that. Now this is a version of Pokemon Yellow that I repaired a while back, but I did not record this one because I repaired this one before I actually started doing any filming. I think I changed the battery. No. Let me check the battery in this since we've got it open and we're doing this today. That is a dead battery. So before we go putting the label on, let's go ahead and get it out. Well, let me show that it is working. So let's change the battery real quick. We have our Pokemon Yellow. Hell yeah. Awesome. Moving right along. This is the Zelda Oracle of Ages. Or Seasons. I'm not sure which one. I can't read Japanese. The red one. That was Seasons, right? And the blue one I think was Ages. Can't remember. Okay, so let's let's remove this battery real quick. We're gonna swap it out. I do not have a replacement label for this guy. I need to get with the seller, and I noticed that the seller did have a few Japanese replacement labels, but I did not see while I was looking. I didn't see anything for the Zelda. We have two more Game Boy games. Here we have the Pokemon Crystal from the previous video. Let's give this one, let's open it up and see what's going on. I'd like to get this one repaired. Okay, so this one looks like it has had a battery replacement. Check our voltage real quick. Definitely needs a battery. This one is dead. First, let's see if we can get it working real quick. Let's give it a test. Okay, we have the garbled Nintendo. So let's take a look. Real bad. And I see a little bit of corrosion in some of the vias. Nothing major. Looks like we might have a little liquid damage there. Let's give it a quick clean. It's a really cool design on the back of this cartridge. I don't have an original US copy of this, but if I remember right, I think I remember hearing that this was only on the Japanese version. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Let's check the pins. Make sure we don't have any loose pins. Let's check and make sure that these traces are going where they need to go. That trace doesn't look too good. And I'm not getting any continuity on it. So it goes to here. All right. I think it's mainly these two. This one might be a little bit tricky. And just because we don't want to get a bunch of solder here. And since the via is gone, I'm not sure if it goes anywhere on this side of the via. It doesn't look like it. All right, I don't want to try and put any more solder on it than that. All right, let's try it now. It's a good sign. Sweet. Okay, so the game plays, but now we need to go ahead and put a fresh battery in. Okay, the last Game Boy game. Let's take a look at Home Alone. Quick test, let's see what's going on. Nintendo logo, white screen. Let's take a look. It's like a little liquid damage in here. Maybe just grungy. Pins are definitely kind of nasty. It's not a lot to this one. Let's do a quick check on these legs here. Oh. Man, I gotta stop pushing so hard. Take a quick clean and let's reflow these chips. Because that's kind of a dead giveaway, huh? Well, we'll reflow, then we'll clean. There we go. Nice. Now we have a few GBA games. I have no idea what this one is. This is exactly how I got this one, but we have 2 Crash Bandicoot games. Let's just try one. Okay, get the Nintendo logo and white screen. Let's try this one. Okay, and I'll wait till I get one of these open up and we check it out. Alright, so this one has a Nintendo logo, but just a white screen after. So let's see what's going on with it. A little bit of rust. Some stuff in those vias right there. I don't know what that stuff is. Okay, let's check the pins on the chip real quick. And I'll try not to pull so hard on it this time. Guess that one just needed a good cleaning. All right, so while we have this part, and I really need to clean the inside of this real quick. Let's test this. Curious. Okay, white screen as well, under the microscope. This one's got a little bit more going on. I don't know what that is. And those vias. Looks like there might be a little liquid damage here too. These vias here don't look like they're doing anything. That could be a problem. Okay, where do these ones go? Let's go under the chip. Or is it this one? It is that one. And then here. Yep. And that comes from one of the pins. Let's see if we have continuity from the pin. Okay, we do. Let's try and restore this thing. I'm gonna grind a little bit away right here. A little bit right here. I may need to remove this chip. In fact, I think I will. So where do you go? You make it down here. Okay, that part does. So we're going to put just a slight turn on the wire, just enough to go through the board. And we're going to solder to there. Okay. Just want to make sure that we're connected all the way through the via. Okay, so far so good. Okay. This is the one that goes through here. And let's verify again that we do have continuity between here and here. Okay. I think maybe we'll cut it here, put a little hook like we did on the other side over here, and then run it this way. Let's try that. That way when we solder here, it'll flow through the via and the copper, but it'll also connect on this side. That's the plan anyway. It might not work. We're gonna try. Okay, so we got a slight angle on here. So let's put it down here. Soldering iron. Just a little bit of wire. It's almost perfect. You just see it sticking out. Don't think that's sticking up high enough to really mess with anything. See if we have continuity over here from the solder joint we just made. Okay, we do. So we don't need to run that any further. Now, do we have continuity from here to here? We do. Good. Let's put that chip back on. But because I think I'm going to solder it by hand. I'm not going to use hot air because I don't want to risk undoing what we've done already. So I'm gonna come in with the old micro soldering iron. See if that made a difference. Really curious what this game is. Maybe it's something good, huh? Okay. Nintendo. Oh, it's a Pokemon game. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Which one? Fire Red. Oh, what? What? Oh, what? That's an authentic. Look. What? Oh, score. What? Wow. That's cool. Man, I have never owned a copy of Fire Red. I do now, but I have never owned one. This is my first copy. Okay, let's put a little solder mask. I'm gonna repair. And maybe a little bit on this over here too. Man, that's crazy, you guys. Wow, I did not expect that to be a Pokemon game. I'm not even certain how much that this is worth. Wow. Extremely happy with this. I had no idea we were dealing with a Pokemon title here. I didn't know what it was, but man, I am thrilled. That is so cool. I guess whoever sold it in the lot of non-working games, they might not have known what it was either. So I had a lot of fun with this one today. I was very happy that we found and was able to repair a Pokemon Fire Red. Very happy with the way the those replacement labels turned out. Thank you to the seller. I will add a link in the description for where I got them and the discount code that the seller offered as well. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you have a good one. I hope to see you again in my cave.